This is Maureen Cedro, bereavement counselor for Excela Health Hospice. I would like to invite you to sit with me for a few minutes as I offer you some information, some education, some understanding, and hopefully some comfort. The emotions following the loss of a loved one are wide-ranging and confusing. Today, I want to spend a little time talking about anger. Anger is an emotion that is experienced by most grieving people at one time or another in their journey. For some, it may be immediately after or even before the death of their loved one. For others, anger may not appear until months after the loss. If feelings of anger do not arise until you are well into your grief journey, don't despair. Although it may catch you by surprise, it is not unusual. Sometimes certain emotions do not surface at first, and although it may feel like you are regressing, it actually may be a sign that you are getting stronger and are now able to handle an emotion that you could not face before. Mr. Rogers said, "It takes strength to face our sadness and to let our grief and anger flow in tears." But anger is often a very uncomfortable feeling, and sometimes the intensity of it can be frightening. I'm going to share with you a poem by Tanya Lord that she wrote following a loss. This poem can be found on the grieftoolbox.com website. Sometimes I feel so angry, I want to yell and scream. I want to wake up from this horrible dream. I want to throw things, lie down, pound and flail, rant, rave, and tantrum, deafen the world with my wail. If I stage this fierce rebellion, will you be returned to me to calm my broken heart? Oh, how I want this possibility. Anger won't bring you back, but it's okay to express and feel. Expressing the emotions of grief, all of them help us to heal. Expressing the emotions of grief. Now that's the hard part. Interestingly, I recently watched a TED Talk by psychologist Susan David, in which she said that she had recently conducted a survey of over 70,000 people and found that 1/3 of them either judged themselves for having so-called bad emotions such as anger, sadness, or grief, or actively try to push aside these feelings. 1/3 of 70,000 people. Now, I'm not going to do the math, but if you find that you judge yourself because of your emotions, or that you try to push your emotions aside, you are not alone. Anger, however uncomfortable, is a very natural and healthy reaction to loss. Of course you are angry. Your world has been, most likely, turned upside down. Anger can be directed in many ways. Anger at God for prayers not being answered. Anger at other couples or families who have what you no longer have. Anger itself for not being able to prevent this loss. Anger that your life has changed so deeply. And then there is the most difficult and unsettling anger to feel. Anger at your loved one for leaving you. There seems to be two paths that are often taken when experiencing anger. One is the lashing out, the raw expression of feelings directed outward, much like the feelings expressed in the poem. The other is the internalized, hidden path, often expressed as impatience, irritability, or not expressed at all. However, there is a third path that I would like to suggest. When you are feeling anger in the pit of your stomach or in the middle of your chest, take a moment to think about what it is you are feeling angry about in that moment. Chances are, the real cause of your anger is not the motorist in front of you who is going too slow, or the one behind you who is going too fast. They just become the easy outlets for the anger you are feeling inside. There is a possibility that what is really fueling your anger is pain, the pain of your loss, or anxiety, feeling anxious about the future or even the present. So take a moment to reflect and try to understand what is triggering your anger. Also, remember that anger is an energy. It is something that does need to be released in the safest way possible for the sake of your health and your healing. So what are some of the things that you can do to help your healing? According to Psychology Today, your hands, your feet, and your voice are the best channels for releasing emotional energy. Your hands can be used for journaling, writing down all the unedited thoughts and emotions that come to mind. Journals are safe. They are only viewed by you and can be saved or discarded when you are through with them. No one will be checking your spelling, your grammar, or your punctuation. You can write with complete freedom. Writing freely offers a great release to all the angry energy that is contained in your body. Your hands can also be used for scrubbing. Sometimes the energy that can be poured into a physical activity, such as scrubbing, which requires a bit of energy, can again be a great release. Your feet can be used for walking. Take a walk outside. Go to nature. Find a park or a path or your neighborhood and walk. And while you are walking, if you are near a lake or a pond, pitch some rocks into the water. Release that energy. Use your voice to tell your story. Maya Angelou said, "There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you." Consider joining a grief support group where you can use your voice to tell your story, share your pain, and release your anger in a safe, supportive environment. We at Excela Hospice offer grief support programs year-round that you may join. Also, consider joining our Excela Health Grief Support Group page on Facebook. Connect with us so that we may connect with you. In closing, I'd like to leave you with this cup of comfort, a poem by Joanne Gregory, who shares her walk into nature. You can close your eyes while I read, if you like. The soil is soft and yielding, welcoming me. Mother Nature loves me. I close my eyes and breathe for a while, hearing the water washing fast over the rocks. The stream sounds so happy, washing over the rocks. Slowly, my anger is washed away. While my eyes are closed, I can smell the soil. I can smell the trees. I feel embraced by the grass, the air, the soil, the water. All of Mother Nature is holding me, leaching my anger away. I breathe slowly. I feel better. I sit a while longer, letting the water cleanse my spirit. The calm is returning. My head is clearing. I am ready to get back to the concrete, the pavement, the house. I'm ready to face the world again. Thank you for listening. Our team of grief support professionals works to inform, support, and guide patients and families through the grief process. If you or someone you know is in need of support, please contact us at griefsupport@excelahealth.org. That's GRIEFSUPPORT at EXCELAHEALTH.org. You may also use this email address to write in any questions or comments you would like to share about your grief journey. I'd like to hear from you. And please check this page often for updated information. Please remember, this is a journey. You can do this, and we are always here to help you. Thank you, and take care.